Tuned in to Smoke on Smoke Champs 365.
Do you wanna be a smoke champ? Smoke champ. Everybody is a smoke champ. Smoke champ. Do you wanna be a?
If you wanna be a Smoke Champ, make sure you guys subscribe to our channel at smokechamps365.com. And I'm your host, Abdul Sadiq, and this is the Smoke on Smoke Champs 365. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Smoke Podcast right here on Smoke Champs 365, where we keep you up on cannabis and what's happening in the cannabis world. And today, representing the cannabis industry from a holistic standpoint, we have the founder and owner of Remedies Plus, all the way from Los Lunas, New Mexico. I'm going to let him introduce himself and give a little bit more information about his company and how he got started in the cannabis industry.
Hi, my name is Joe Griego, and I own Remedies Plus storefront and delivery service out of Los Lunas, New Mexico.
So you have a store that also delivers. Okay. Can you tell us a little bit more about the products that you offer and how your delivery service works?
So we carry a bunch of different products. We carry a bunch of CBD and essential oils, and we try to just deliver products to people that need them. I have the storefront here where they can come in and buy, or I could take them to their door, however we can help.
That's pretty dope. So they got options. They can either order and pick up, or they can order and sit on the couch. So what's your vision for Remedies Plus? Like, how did you get started?
How I got started was my grandfather is on hospice.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Like, I've experienced that personally with my great-great-grandmother. Rest her soul. So I can definitely resonate with you, on how that may feel.
Yeah, no, my grandfather's on hospice himself, so he has dementia. So he was on like 15 different medications when he started. They weren't working for him. He was still always agitated and always, kind of giving me a hard time. I had to reach out to some nurses to kind of help me with adjusting with the disease, We didn't know what the disease was. He didn't know what was going on. So it was hard to get him settled at first. So I went through a couple of different hospice companies until I finally got some nurses that actually cared, and they brought CBD to my attention.
Well, if it was back in the day, I would say that is bonkers. But we live in a new age, so it's different. And I can definitely agree with the nurses, so kudos to that hospice and those nurses, because natural is natural. It's just naturally better. I don't know how else to put that.
So then we started really looking into it, seeing what it was about, seeing how good it was. And from there, I was just like, all right, well, I'm going to work with some CBD stores that are local to me to try to, get information out to people, because there is such a stigma with, and there's nothing bad about none of it.
Okay. Like, I can definitely feel that. Like, I have a friend that has anxiety, and he takes CBD for his anxiety. So, like, is CBD a part of THC, or like what's the difference?
Yes, it's a cannabinoid that's found in the marijuana plant.
Okay, so like, what's the difference between CBD and CBG?
CBG and CBD?
Yeah.
Okay, so the difference about them is basically it's CBG is one of the cannabinoids that like first starts off in the plant. So CBG can turn into CBD or THC. It's a stem cell of the marijuana plant. So usually as the plant grows, it'll decide which way it's going to go. But there is have you heard of decarboxylation?
Decarboxylation? Nah, you got me with that one, bro.
It's when they heat the plant
to a
certain degree to
decarboxylation,
get the THC to activate in the plant. So
okay, so that's
when
like that's like photosynthesis,
yeah,
right?
It's part of the photosynthesis part of the plant. So as the plant grows, CBG will It's CBGA, it's CBG active that will turn into CBDA or THC. And it just happens throughout the growing process of the plant.
Okay. So if you don't, I guess, add this heat to it, will it just kind of naturally just move in to be a CBD plant versus a THC?
Yeah, it depends on the strain.
Okay, so different strains will just naturally produce either a CBD or a THC, whether it's heated or not.
Yes.
I hear a lot about CBD. What's the difference between hemp and CBD? There was a lady saying that she basically cured. I think she had stomach ulcers, and she was able to, 'cause she didn't say anything about CBD, but she was more so speaking on hemp, and how that was better.
How hemp was better?
I don't know, like I'm learning, just like everybody else, and I guess that's where I'm trying to figure out, is it better for me to, partake in hemp products, or is it better, or do I get better healing qualities from CBD?
So, I mean, CBD comes from hemp. So so basically what you're asking is if it's like a hemp seed product or a CBD product, there's a difference in those.
Okay.
But like difference between hemp and CBD, well, there's the hemp plant is what produces CBD as far as in higher quantities. So there's two species of the cannabis plant. There's marijuana and there's hemp. Marijuana contains 20% THC or more, but only
Right.
contains
Okay.
10% CBD. Now, hemp is the plant that contains the least amount of THC possible, which is
Okay.
0.3% THC. But the CBD in the hemp plant is always high, like 20%. So when you get CBD from a hemp, like an industrial hemp, and you get CBD from marijuana plants, they both get processed the same, and the CBD is both the same. It's just the strength and I guess the process to get the THC to drop in the product.
To drop. Okay, to drop from the CBD portion, right? Okay, that makes sense. Okay. It's pretty interesting. So, yeah, okay, that makes sense. So, the way she was explaining it was it like CBD was, separate from hemp, but you're saying CBD comes from hemp, and basically CBD is hemp.
Yeah, CBD is hemp. I mean, it's produced from the hemp plant. It's produced from the marijuana plant. It just depends. Like
Okay.
your CBD that you get from a hemp plant,
Uh-huh.
a hemp plant is grown for seeds, um, to make the yarn and stuff like that. So when they use the leftovers
Oh.
from that plant,
So I
they
need
can
to
produce
smoke
CBD
hemp
isolates and everything
blunts.
out of the hemp plant, just like they can do it out of the flower from a marijuana plant. They both produce CBD. So, but you see products on the shelf that say hemp, but they turn it around in the back, and there's no CBD in it whatsoever. It's just I don't know. I read them and I'm just like, well, where does the hemp come from? But
Right.
they,
We
you
call
know,
that brand
that's what,
marketing. That's taking the innovation that the cannabis industry has brought to the world and slapping it on a product and creating a culture within your grocery store. um, what's your take on like these CBD cigarettes I've been seeing? Do you think it's a alternative to smoking an actual cigarette?
my thoughts on the cigarettes. I've tried a bunch of different kinds. I'm not like the biggest fan of them. There is one brand that I carry that I think they've done pretty okay with it. But as far as like to quit cigarettes, if you're gonna smoke a hemp cigarette, you might as well smoke a hemp pre-roll. You're gonna get more benefit from a pre-roll and the actual flower than whatever they grind it up to put in the cigarettes.
It's not really an alternative.
Like I've taken cigarettes apart, and it doesn't look like flower in the cigarette. It looks like there's some pieces of stem and leaf, and I don't know if they just take an actual male hemp plant that produces seeds and crush it up and put those into the cigarettes, or if they're, it doesn't look like they're using flour, I'll tell you that. So my take on them is, I mean, if you like them, cool. Anything's better than a cigarette, the way I see it. But you gotta ask questions. You gotta be on top of where you're getting it from, because right now there's just so many products being just produced and put out there to make money. That's the way I feel about it.
Now you're absolutely right with that. Like I was watching TV and vaping. They got that commercial where you you can file a lawsuit, from catching cancer from vaping. So everybody, please pay attention to what you're putting into your body, and do your research.
There's some companies that will use the same type of filter as they use for a cigarette, and then there's some companies that'll use an actual cotton filter, and then they flavor the filter so that way they're not putting additives into the actual cigarette. So once again, it all comes down to asking questions about your product. Like I always tell my customers, I can't stress it enough. Ask questions. If I can't answer the question that you're asking me, then maybe we should turn away from that product and research a little more, because there's so many products that are being put out there that I don't think that are 100%.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. Recently, I was just in a dispensary and I saw some doggy treats, and I'm like, CBD doggy treats, like, what is this?
So I carry some dog treats that are made here local. They're made by Real Grand Hemp Company.
So, like, with the dog treats, like, are they like, like the human treats, with the same amount of CBD or hemp in them?
So that's another thing. I had a lady come in the other day and she was like, I need the dog treats. I gave my dog some treats I bought somewhere else. They were full spectrum, and I'm like, full spectrum? They shouldn't be making a full spectrum dog treat. Like dogs can't process THC. It turns to a poison in their body. So when you buy dog treats, like, or anything for your animals, you got to make sure they're isolate based, just the CBD cannabinoid in them, period, because that's the cannabinoid that's giving them the benefit.
Right.
Not
Yeah,
the
they can't
THC.
process it. Yeah, that's well. You guys hear that? So, if you're smoking around your animals, if you're leaving your edibles anywhere, it can definitely be harmful, and at this point, fatal, to some of your loved ones. You know.
Yeah,
So
just like chocolate.
go ahead.
Some dogs can't eat chocolate because their liver can't process it.
Everybody should know that you're not supposed to feed the dog chocolate, man.
When this first started happening, like the weed was the craze, um, the little baby chihuahua of ours got a hold of, she licked an edible, and she couldn't walk. She would just, like, we knew definitely something was wrong, so we took him to the vet, and sure enough, the vet was like, THC poisons your dog. Like, they had to pump her stomach, give her charcoal to get the reaction to stop and get all that out of her, because THC is harmful. It can hurt your dog. So that's why when you smoke around your dogs and you're getting them stoned and they're walking around all crazy, it's because they're hurting.
Yeah, I think a light bulb just went off in my head because I've been smoking for a pretty long time, about 10 years, and I've had a couple animals, and I feel bad now. And I really feel bad for a lot of, just people that have dogs and that, you'll hear this like, me and my dog always get high, or, they're smoking with them, or, I always see people like blowing smoke in the dog's face, and then they, get to a point where they're just kind of down and just, we think they're high, but we're actually harming our animals, you guys. So let's
Yes.
stop doing that, please, for the animal's sake.
Yes.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yes. Because that's that. Like, when I heard that, from that point on, I was just like, always checking the products, always making sure, there's no THC. It's an isolate-based product, because I never knew that. I never knew that the THC could hurt them. I always thought, oh, my dog is getting high. Cool, yeah. No,
Shoot, I
that's
never
not the
knew
case.
either. Well, at least we now know. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are in Los Lunas, New Mexico, please stop by Remedies Plus. If you love to take care of your dogs, if you want to give them something good that will make them feel good, stop by Remedies Plus and pick up some doggy treats. So, what other type of products do you have inside your store?
I carry a little bit of everything. I carry a bunch of animal stuff. I carry uh, bath bombs. I even carry shampoos, lotions, conditioners that all have CBD isolate in them, massage lotion. And then I also carry some of the hemp seed products too because I was interested in what's the difference between the hemp and the CBD. And it's when it says hemp, more than likely it's a hemp seed oil or it's a cold pressed. It's a bunch of seeds that are pressed and they get, I guess, the hemp extract of it, which also has benefits. I carry New Leaf, I carry Cali Effects, uh, I carry Hope capsules, I carry edibles, gummies, brownies, chocolates, candies. I even carry face masks with CBD.
Oh, face mask. You hear that, ladies? We got something all natural for your
Like
beauty.
face masks for
CBD
like
infused.
paper face masks and putty face masks and stuff like that for uh, skin rejuvenation with the CBD products in them.
Well, it sounds like you got everything to make a person feel good on the inside and out. So tell us a little bit more about your delivery service and how that works with your products.
So on my website, like if you're local, um, you can get on the website and leave a note in there for me to deliver it to your house. Leave your address, and I'll deliver it locally for $5. I deliver up to 10 miles for $5. But the only reason I even started offering that was because the hospice nurses I work with, um, a lot of their patients, I'll come out, meet the nurses there, and then we go inside and we meet with the patient and we try to get them what they need to try to get them off the pharmaceutical medication.
Okay. So, like, are there any certain stipulations that you have to have in order to get a delivery? Like, is it like a medical or recreational type thing?
No, it's for anybody. I mean, anybody that can get on the website and can order use our delivery service.
You hear that, folks? Make sure you go check out Remedies Plus, and that's nm.com for your deliveries. And it doesn't matter whether you're in Los Lunas, New Mexico, or you're in another city. Um, you can receive a package from Remedies Plus.
Yeah, you can order, come in, pick it up, pay for it, or you can have me deliver it out to your house and I'll take it out.
That sounds like convenience at its best. Uh, so, ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday morning. Joe, do you have anything happening today for the people?
Yes. So I want to do some classes to where they can come in, sit down, and we can all just chit chat about knowledge about CBD. I want my locals to learn about products, even if they don't buy them for me. As long as they're asking the questions and buying something that's good for them, I'm all for it.
Okay, so is this event cost? Is it free? How do they attend?
It's free. Every Friday I offer the class. They can come on in for free. Uh, I always have, some drinks and some stuff. We can sit and they just come in for free and sit down. So if they want to be a part of it, they can reach out to me, call me, or just show up.
Ladies and gentlemen, be sure to go check out the website Remedies Plus NM, and that stands for New Mexico. So remediesplusnm.com if you want to go online and order you some CBD products straight from the store, direct right out of New Mexico. And if you're looking to get a little bit more information, remember to stop by Remedies Plus at their address 3409, and that's going to be Suite D, Los Lunas, New Mexico 87031. I'd like to thank everybody again for tuning in to the Smoke Podcast right here on Smoke Champs 365.